Let's see what everyone else is thinking. Garrus?
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a C-Sec officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was C-Sec, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a C-Sec man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. He actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
You were asked to be a Spectre.
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate. Me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it.
He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
I suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, C-Sec's rules. If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
I can see why his dad is worried about him, but also... Yeah, she's a soldier. Jeez.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? They were dangerous, Commander. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make. It was yours. You know, when we pick up that Asari scientist, we'll have to tell her we killed her mom. That's gonna suck. Just saying, Commander.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was hoping to get a minute of your time. Off the record.
I keep an open door policy. If you have any concerns, lay them on me.
All right. I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
That's enough, Chief. You always second-guess your superiors?
Ma'am, no ma'am. I'm sorry, I was out of line. I'll get back to my duties, Commander.
Didn't mean to be so harsh.
Commander? I'm sorry, Commander.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story.
He has nothing to talk about.
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago. The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
What can you tell me about the Genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist? You ask a Krogan, would he rather find a cure for the Genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Sorry for touching up on a touchy subject. I didn't remember. I don't know how humanity was almost wiped out by Turians. I don't know. Oh.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
I missed
You
it.
can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed, and she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander. Something I can do for you, Commander.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
I accidentally missed the dialogue after talking to him about Tali.
Oh, hello, Shepard.
Are you okay?
I don't know. Your ship is amazing, and your crew's been really great to me. Especially your chief engineer. But I just sort of feel out of place. The Normandy runs so smooth it feels like we're not even moving. And the engines are so quiet. How do you sleep at night?
The silence wakes you up?
Back on the flotilla, the last thing you want to hear is silence. It means an engine's died or an air filter shut down. I guess you don't have to worry about that here. But old habits die hard. But it's more than just the silence. This ship feels so empty. It's like half the crew is missing. Back home, I couldn't wait to go on my pilgrimage. I couldn't wait to get away from the crowds. Now that I'm out here, I kind of miss them.
Sometimes we don't appreciate what we have till it's gone.
That's true. I'm starting to wonder if that's what the pilgrimage is really about. It's given me a whole new perspective on my people and our culture. You know, there's always a few who go on their pilgrimages and never return. I always assumed something bad happened to them. But maybe they just wanted a different life.
You do plan to return to the migrant fleet, right?
I could never abandon my people, Shepard. I will go back eventually. But we have to stop Saren first. Otherwise, I might not have a home to go back to.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for
I think I've gone
survival.
over this before.
The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
Yeah, I've gone over this.
I should go.
See you later.
Yeah, let's take a look at the store, see if they have anything cheap enough for me.
Looking for supplies?
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased. But I'll rotate items on... And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Metagel upgrade. And grenade upgrade. Ooh. Those were cheap.
Looking for supplies?
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
So, if I compare that to what I have right now, it's pretty much better. This one's actually not bad. Sniper rifle, which is oh, these are 3s. Oh, you have 7s, which are also super expensive. A 6 I could afford. Assault rifle, less damage per second. Huh. Okay. I think that's where she's supposed to be. Before, though, she was, like, pressed right up against the wall, right? Like, I'm not imagining that, right? Probably not. I mean, maybe I did. Maybe I did. I don't think I did, though.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, ma'am, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Nihilus was on our side the entire time. He just got shot in the back of the head.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
Rude. Okay, let's go back to that distress signal. Not Chamanri. Edolus. Right? Yes. Going with the same squad as always. Whee! Down goes the Mako. Lonk. Was I here earlier? I was here earlier, wasn't I? Nope, that's a distress signal. Oh yeah, there's no... Oh, there's meteors. Do they actually interact with the land, or do they just... Are they just flavor? I don't like that it's out and in the open. This feels like an ambush. Yeah, as I said, I did not like the idea of approaching a big open space. Listen, if you're not happy about it, you could also alternatively just not attack me. There's a lot of damage to that one wheel so far. Okay. Don't hit me, don't hit me, don't hit me. Yeah, I got you. There we go. Don't stab me. Yeesh. Alliance Marines.
Alliance soldiers. Looks like they were lured here by the distress beacon.
These are Admiral Kahoku's men. We need to tell him what happened here. Yes, ma'am.
You lead. I'll follow.
So, can I disable this? Why is there distress beacon here? Did, like, someone set it up as a trap, or... I guess I'll go over that way. I'm sorry. I don't know how to heal the Mako, so... I guess we're just gonna have to deal with the, damaged wheels for a little while. Oh, the red line was, is the border of the world. Or the map, I should say. Whee! Bonk. A mummified Solarian. What? ID tag recovered. You found Captain Milan's identification tag. How I ended up here is impossible to know for sure. What? Okay. We'll just head out down towards this area. There once was a ship that was put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Billioti. So I've got nothing to do except for singing, so here we go, I guess. Actually, kind of worked together. Not very well, mind you, but it worked okay. It worked okay enough. Here we go. Aha! Salvage the probe. Ooh, a kinetic buffer, shredder rounds, and shield modulator. Level 6. Did I? What? Oh, I pressed space, didn't I? Shift is a boost. I did not realize this. Whee! It just stuck the landing. That was impressive. Here's some lithium. Light metal surveyed. I have to survey the deposit of lithium. That's a bright light. Okay. Let's just do a quick little scout around and, whee! Sorry if that was high-pitched. I remember when I was using my webcam for my microphone, like, whenever I would go, whee! When I was playing Hollow Knight, it would just, sometimes just be no audio at all, and I went back on it and I was like, huh. Fascinating. Heavy metal. Palladium. Is this what they make paladin armor out of? Whee! Okay, now I'm actually having some fun. Ooh, it's some more ore. I have no clue what harvesting the ore does, but it gives me experience, so there's that. Let's see here. Hey! Is this gold? Can't park there. But I can park there. Rare elements. Polonium. A small deposit. Oh. Keep. Come on. Up we go. Up we go. There we go. I need to look up, like, sea shanties to be able to sing when just dawdling about on the, Mako. Build up some self-confidence with singing out loud. Whee! Sorry. I'm sure that gets agitating. I'm just having some fun though. Ah, bright light. Bright light. Let's check this little ridge here and then call it there. Okay, time to go. There was nothing on the map. And so far, I've had no reason to not trust the map, so... Let's check the rest of this sector. Edolus. Altaya. Nope. Antamalka. Gas deposit. Hydrogen. Alsages. Or Alsagas. A rare or small deposit of plutonium. Gnosis. Last place to go to. Phaistos. Nope. Theorem. Theorem is a distant but rich industrial world claimed by the Humans Systems Alliance. Its plentiful heavy metals have fueled the recent manufacturing boom on Earth. Core samples, rich with the fossils of simple silicon-based organisms, indicate Theorem was more habitable in the past than it is at present. Perhaps this explains the many Prothean ruins dotting the surface, most of which have been looted by mining corporations. I think this is the place. I'll talk to the crew again afterwards. Oh, probably me. Well, we'll see. Cool. This place is busy. Oh, this place is real busy. Oh yeah, this looks like the place.